There's both. You could do both. There's the slit, and then also you just like yank
And
them
we're
down.
live.
But this underwear doesn't have slits, and that's what
Why don't girls have underwear slits?
And
for
we're
us?
live.
Because we don't.
What? Time out. Stop. Stop.
You'd have to spread it.
Underwear slits. No. No.
Our people is in a very weird place.
We're gonna start off.
I don't know. You heard.
We're only
I
three
mean, I
sentences
guess if you're
in.
standing at a urinal, you don't want to pull your damn whole underwear off. So I guess that explains the functionality of underwear slits.
Do you pull your whole dick out?
Don't
Or
want
We
do
to
had
be
this whole
bare
discussion
ass in
last
it.
week. Okay.
I
What's
said,
weird?
time out.
All right.
Eek. I'm slamming the brakes. Hello, everyone.
We have that mature audience thing at the start of this, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
we do.
okay,
But
good. We're
let's-
golden.
let's just see how far we can push it. Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's presentation of Manhattan. The game we are playing is KULT Divinity Lost by Helmgast. I am Curtis, Old Curtis VO on Twitter, and I am the game master for tonight's story. Before we begin, I'd like to thank all of you out there live on Twitch or on YouTube. You are all the reason that we do this. Tabletop Roleplay is a group of actors and artists, writers, and gamers, all who love to nerd out on role-playing games, and we really love an audience. So welcome to our theater. Tonight is the finale for this one. I didn't even put an order up for you guys because we had a break last week. We did something. We dipped our toes into urban shadows. It was a train wreck, but it was a fun one, and we had a good time. And we were missing both Jahoy and Karista the barista, so we have them back tonight, and now we are at episode 20, which is designated our finale, although we do still have the 5 or so enlightened episodes coming up, so you don't have to start crying or anything yet tonight. You'd be too sad. But it has been a blast, and playing with these guys. I created TTRP built around having this particular group of people, that includes Austin and Olivia as well, because really Greyhawk was the first one, and it's morphed into this, and we held on to Austin as long as we could, and so he's included in that group. So I love having these guys around. So I'm going to just go around the circle and double check my framing as I do, make sure I've got everybody behind the right names. It looks like I do. And we will start with, let's start with Sasha. Just reintroduce yourself and I don't know, your thoughts on what you've got coming up tonight.
Hi, I'm Duke. I play Sasha the Broken, and yeah, I was dead. I guess that's what happens when you can't get to an episode sometimes. So
You never know what I'm gonna do.
Yep.
yeah, you never know what Curtis is gonna throw at you. So we'll see if I'm alive or just kind of alive.
Your heart was still beating.
It was working.
He's only mostly
Yeah,
dead.
they got you all fixed up. You went at the end. It was great.
Well, yeah, I know that part, but does that mean that I'm alive?
Yeah, you're good.
It's a flesh wound.
Tis but a scratch.
You're a bit of a vamp now, anyways. Well, we are glad you're back, and yeah, I guess we haven't really cat's out of the back. Let's fly down to Blythe, because we haven't seen her in a bit either, and see how Krista is doing.
Yes, hello. My name is Krista, and I am playing Blythe, the doll. Yeah, I'm excited to see what happens tonight. If we're all just gonna stare at Sasha for an hour, or what we're gonna do.
Yep. that's what I have planned. That you're all standing around the bed. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. The other person who's like right over him, got him all healed up, is
Good.
Dr. Kennedy.
Yeah, totally healed up. Chest burst wide open. Just shove that heart right back in, and
Fixed
gotta-
it.
Yeah, 100%.
Bit of that dark magic.
Yeah, you got a little ritual thing going on. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it. My name is Chris Stone Cipher. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Stone Cipher. And I play Dr. Ernest Kennedy, the scientist / ritual magician, apparently.
Sacrificing goats.
There are no goats involved. Ernest
No
Ernest
goats.
made it clear, no goats involved.
No, I don't like bringing animals into it too often. I'll kill a person all day, but
Oh.
no goats. Yeah, and Dr. Kennedy's story's been wrapped up all season with Joel's parents. And so we might as well just slide right over to her because she's right next door anyways in the circle. And hi, Joel. How are you doing? You got to play the Urban Shadows game with me. And that's probably why I was calling you a vamp anyway. Who was the vamp on Urban Shadows? Oh, that was Izzy. Izzy was our
Izzy.
vamp. Yes, we loved
Shout
having
out Izzy.
Yes. Shout out to Izzy. That was awesome. Sorry, I stole your thunder. Go back to you, Joel.
My name is Erica. I play Joel the Avenger. And to be honest, I just really would like out of the creepy forest with the beating heart trees. That's all I want.
Can't blame you for that. No,
I don't like
really
it in
can't.
there. It's
Totally
scary.
forgot that's where you were.
I'm hearing that family members their chests are ripped open. I don't know. Like, I gotta go. I can't stay here.
Oh man.
It's pretty crazy. And yeah, I've got, we'll talk about the spooky forest here in just a moment. So, yeah, and Harvey wasn't here for our spooky forest, but luckily we've got her back for episode 20, and that's Harvey Winston
Oh
right up
man.
there.
Yes, that's
Jahoy
me.
Meaty.
I'm Jaylee. I play Harvey Winston, the cursed. It's weird. I'm gonna get like all sentimental, but I remember doing the first episode and being stuck in traffic and being so pissed off. And that feels like not very long ago. So the fact that we're on the 20th episode, and this is the first ever like tabletop role play game I've like finished, because you always start a game with someone and it's awesome, and then people have stuff come up and games kind of trail off. And so
Right.
I'm really excited for tonight.
Yep, it's cool. I mean, been dabbling in it all day long. Very excited about it, and glad to have everybody here for this one. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do have a couple of teasers to run at break time that sort of hint at what we have coming up, both in this KULT game over the next 5 or 6 weeks. At least 5 shows. We have 6 weeks to do them in, so I've got a free week in there if we need one off or something comes up. But individual stories for these particular characters, the enlightened episodes, and so I got a little peek at that at the break time, and then plus the new KULT campaign that these same players will embark on at the beginning of February, on the 7th of February, in 7 Fridays from now. We will start that long, strange trip into 1972, and researching for that game has been fun, and it's going to be much, much different, as this episode is going to be a little bit out of the box because, you know, me, I'm always doing something weird and strange, but you never know. I may pull a musical out. We'll do a musical episode one night. You don't know what I'll do. It could be crazy. Yeah. Make everybody sing. I'm standing there with a demon. And
Don't want to hear that from me.
Just as long as it's not like Starlight Express, I'll be fine.
So for the last time, we're going to get the old title reel for this one. Episode 20, Sweet Dreams of KULT Divinity Lost, Manhattan. No.
Okay, stop.
Yeah.
There we are.
Yeah, You gotta do the
All
whole
of it?
package.
Yeah,
Now,
and then it
now the
works just like
show.
the
Now
hook.
the show.
Now the show. We are live.
Wow, I learned something today.
See, now
That's
you're
good.
enlightened like I am.
I feel like that's so much to shove back in, though.
Okay.
I'm glad
Just
I missed
depends
that.
on the person, I guess.
Oh,
Unbelievable.
I thought you could just up and over. Okay, we'll revisit this.
sorry.
God.
Scratch that. Let's.
I am low key having fucking dad moment right now, like straight low key having Uncle Duke moment.
You guys, I tell you what am I going to do with you? What am I going to do?
Never
You're
learned
gonna
this
come
in
to my
school.
house tomorrow and have nacho bar and play KULT live at
Nachos.
my table.
Yes, as I try to figure out why this music isn't playing. Roll20 work. Sometimes it do, sometimes it don't.
Yes, but we love Roll20 anyway.
Yes,
It
we
don't
do.
always be like that, but
I
sometimes
just have to reset it.
do.
I don't like to reset it because then I have to re-pop out my chat window so that it shows up on the game and it puts up that goofy text box. And anyways, it's unappealing to me. And our story, this story of Manhattan, has always been about dreams. The dream started with Harvey, who had his own dream of fame and fortune and wanted that stardom that comes with real talent that he had, and didn't want to have to fight all of the battles that are required to get there. And he made that fateful deal with the swap dealer. And Sasha had dreams of a little bit of self-discovery, survival of the streets, and once he gained knowledge through those missions for himself, started picking up his own family of friends and acquaintances, clients. He tried to protect them as much as he could, try to keep the bad stuff from happening, keep them pointed towards the light. Blythe had dreams of escape and dreams of this furious power that she felt growing within, in spite of being in a terrible situation where she could have just checked out. Dr. Kennedy had dreams of learning and controlling this new reality that he uncovered more and more of every day that he was allowed to experiment on it. And over the last few days, having been thrust into the middle of it himself, he has been able to confirm and expand what he knows about all of this. His theories have all proven true, and knowing this, he can probably already theorize all of your awakenings, even if he hasn't yet verbalized that. Joel, good old Joel. I'm so glad we got Joel pulled into the game. She didn't get to start with us, but we got her. She had dreams of revenge, and that is so Joel. And she finally got her chance to take out and exact some revenge, although I don't know if it was quite as fulfilling as she had hoped. But she also knows that there's a deeper story and more people that are behind and responsible for the fate of her parents, other than the Triggermen. She also has dreams of protecting these new friends that she's made, this new family that she has. And it is in dreams where we pretty much ended the last episode. Yes, Curtis has a terribly long monologue at the beginning of tonight. Sasha's dream is where we're starting. Sasha was asleep. And where you are, Sasha, it's nighttime. But there are no stars. You are outside, though. It's nearly too dark to see. You hear the rustle of trees. Big ones. Or perhaps there's just a lot of them. It's dark. You can't really tell. It feels like Central Park. The breeze is strong and cool, and it tastes coppery on the tongue. You can reach down and feel grass at your feet. It's wet, probably dew. But in this darkness, when you hold your hand up close to see, it looks black. But it's got to be dew, right? You know this darkness. It feels familiar. You've ran from it your entire life. You found some light with your friends, being part of something, guiding and protecting them from the truth of this scary darkness. And then suddenly, you feel impact of your body hitting the wet ground. Your back should cry out in pain, but it doesn't. It's your chest. Your heart. It aches. Bad. You can hear voices. You can kind of hear Harvey, Dr. K, Blythe. Just mumbled tones. You hear another voice. This is your voice. Your voice tells you it needs to come out. Take it out. And you know instantly he's talking about this pain in your chest. You have a power where you could do that if you wanted to and end that pain. You can hear yourself in your head telling you, use the claws, rip the chest open, pull it out. It hurts. When you do your claws, I know you've described them before. I'm going to make you describe them again.
Elongated fingers, almost as if there's an extra knuckle, and fingernails, not as if they were anything other than that, but they are also elongated and come to very sharp tips. It's not claws like a panther would have. It's points like what you would imagine at the end of Nosferatu's hands. Sasha takes his right hand and plunges it into his sternum. And like the bite of a wolf, it just turns the bone to butter. And the open wound, his left hand comes up and grabs hold, and with both hands butterflies his own chest open, screaming. The liquid on his hands is blood. It's not dew.
Yeah, you realize that now. When you rip open your chest and take it out, the pain stops and you sleep dreamlessly. Joel, you're dreaming of the nightmare trees. Trees of torn bodies and distorted flesh, organs hang like fruit, and they seep a sap of sticky blood and plasma. Grass and the ground is red with droplets of red. The sky is gray and thick with clouds. Ahead, you see a clearing in the trees. It looks like there's a bed in it. As you get closer, you see that's Sasha's bed. But you don't see Sasha. You can when you get into the clearing right up next to it, it's like he's there, but it's more ethereal, ghost-like. The bed seems solid, but the image of him, and then as you look around, you can see the others like ghosts. Harvey, Dr. Kennedy, Blythe, they're all there. Sasha looks dead. Chest ripped open by some monster, and the others are around him in an obvious state of panic because you heard the screams. It looks like Dr. Kennedy is trying to do some ritual. It almost makes you mad because you think he should be doing some sort of medical thing, but it looks like there's more magic involved than medicine in this particular situation, which might make sense because from the state of Sasha's appearance, like, you don't know that medicine could save him. As Dr. Kennedy begins this ritual and it starts to sort of crescendo in his words and movements, that image fades. And you realize that the forest is surrounded by a wall of buildings. You're in Central Park. It's actually nice out. The sun is shining. And everything is green. You take a step, and you're on Broadway, Theater District. You look up at all of the marquees, and the one that's right in your face is this great big, nice, fancy postered one that says Harvey Winston. is Detective Sasso in the case of Malkuth's missing key. Someone behind you is still screaming about Sasha. And when you turn around, you wake up. Something's happening in the other room where Sasha has been asleep. And when you go in, you see Sasha sit up quickly with a gasp of breath. You are all in the apartment of the Flak Chatter building. I'm done.
So she bursts in the room and immediately is like shoving everybody out of the way to get a good look at Sasha, and just is like staring at him and catches his shoulder. Sasha, are you okay? What happened? What is going on?
Sasha reaches up and puts his hand on Jojo's face and is just looking around the room, and he's just giggling.
Harvey's sitting on the edge of the bed, and he looks very stressed out, covered in a bunch of blood. And he just kind of shakes his head, confused.
Are you okay? Like,
My face is tingly.
is everybody okay? Like, there's a shit ton of blood in this room.
Oh.
Anybody hurt?
I think Sasha might have been.
Harvey had
Is
his
that...
heart? Why did you have his heart?
What?
What?
It was outside of his chest. It was...
I don't fucking know. I came up here and something got him. I think, and his heart. Ernie, thank you, Pop, thank you.
Ernie has just like leaned back and is kind of sitting at the back edge of the bed, between Sasha's feet, essentially.
Whose blood is this?
Yours.
Yours.
Was he dead?
Well, the heart was still beating when I put it back in his chest, so I'm gonna go with no in this particular instance.
But it wasn't attached to anything, right?
Well, I mean, there's a series of veins and arteries that leads from the heart into the rest of the body, but
You put my heart. You put my heart back in my chest.
It was like all the way out.
it seemed like the right thing to do at the time.
Are you
Okay, thank you.
Harvey,
Thank you.
Harvey, you didn't.
Why? What? Why would I do that? No,
I don't know. We just had this whole long conversation.
No, Blythe.
and-
It wasn't. It wasn't Harvey. It was me. I think I did that to myself.
The telephone on the
think?
nightstand by the bed starts to ring.
You don't just think that you took your own heart out. You told me that you were okay.
Okay. I was dreaming, I think. I thought I was dreaming. I guess I wasn't dreaming if you saw my heart out of my chest and my... Will somebody get the phone, please?
Yeah.
Joel leans over and grabs it, picks it up.
Oh,
What?
Joel.
Is Blythe there?
Who is it?
Oh, this is Tom.
She like pulls the receiver away. It's Blythe. It's
Just
Tom.
hang it up. We don't have
Oh,
time
for the
Tom.
love of.
Give it to me. No, I
She
want to
holds
talk
it
to
out.
him.
She holds it out, hands it to her, and then immediately turns back to Sasha.
She like does the girl thing where she like
Flips her hair.
uh,
Hello.
hello,
Blythe?
Tom.
Yeah, this is Tom. Is everybody okay? I thought I heard some noise up there.
Where are you?
Oh, I'm downstairs in the office complex. I
Oh.
work here.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, my job was to keep an eye on you.
Yeah. Well, we're okay
You're
now.
very special, Blythe. Did you know that?
You keep telling me that. So I'm beginning to figure out some things. Did you know that all this would happen, Tom? The wings, the angel, the everything, everyone.
Well, we have access to lots of information, and we didn't know for sure, but we knew something was going to happen. But everything's okay up there. I heard some screams.
Yeah, Sasha, I guess ripped open his own chest, took his heart out, but it's okay because Ernie put it back in.
Oh, wow. That's pretty crazy. But you're okay, Blythe, for sure?
I'm okay, Tom. Thank you for asking.
Okay, well, if you need anything, just dial 09 on your phone, and that'll ring my office downstairs.
Okay.
It's good to have you in the building, Blythe.
Yeah. It's pretty cool that you work here.
Yeah, it really is. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Still don't trust him.
And she hangs up the phone. So that was Tom.
What did he want?
He heard our screams and he wanted to know if we were okay.
Heard her. He's here?
Yeah. He works in the office downstairs apparently. Who knew?
You know, I guess that makes perfect sense, doesn't it? These. Whatever. Sasha, how. In what. We as human beings have certain things going on in our brains that keep us from, well, you know, ripping our chests open and pulling our hearts out.
Well, there's a part of that sentence that I don't know.
Human beings?
Are we
Are
not
we human
humans?
beings?
You're a
Are we?
dog.
And you're a
think
bird.
Your understanding
I
of humans
preferred-
has changed.
Mm-hmm.
So
Prefer feathered being.
I'm offended, sir.
Yeah, I don't think that word. I don't think that term applies anymore.
His fancy new manicure got the best of him.
That was dark.
We're beyond that.
Not funny. Blythe,
too
that's
soon.
not-
Curtis thinks so funny.
I think you're funny.
I think you're funny. Harvey's
I'm just
very
trying to-
on mute.
He's very stressed out.
He
Try
is
not to
very
break.
stressed out right now.
I thought it was a dream.
So did I.
Were you
What, we
there
just
in
don't
the
sleep?
with him? What?
You saw me?
Okay, so remember the whole nightmare thing where sometimes I get sucked in and real shit happens?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in a
Oh,
forest
shit.
with a bunch of fucked up trees, and there were beating hearts on them and other body parts and organs, and there was a clearing. And when I went there, there was a bed, and all of you were like ghosts moving around. And I saw Sasha with his chest ripped open, and Ernie was doing some fancy ritual, and then I was in Central Park, and then so much. And then there was a sign that Harvey was on Broadway again, and he was playing Detective Sasso.
Jerry?
I guess, and he was playing in Malchus Missing Key. I don't know. It was some weird fucking thing, but anymore I'm starting to think nightmares aren't so much nightmares as they are fortune tellings, like bad Chinese food. So yeah, I saw it.
Huh. Does that...
But nobody was there.
Not really.
Not in. I mean, I guess you guys were here, but you weren't there. That's. Fuck, I'm confused. Oh, I'm confused.
dream made you think that it was okay to rip your heart out?
What dreams actually come true and actually end up
You know
actually
how
hurting you?
You know how we all have that voice inside ourselves, and we tell ourselves things, and sometimes it's, hey, you shouldn't eat so much junk food and maybe have some celery and peanut butter every now and again, or hey, don't stay out at the strip club till 5 o'clock in the morning because you have to meet somebody at the Waffle House at 7 for breakfast. You know that voice? I was walking through Central Park, and I carry a lot of pain, and I was just walking, and it was dark, and but then you know how sometimes in dreams you just lose parts of time, and I was walking, and then all of a sudden I was on my back laying in the grass, and this voice, my voice, said to me, take it out.
Since when did you listen to voices? You don't listen to anybody.
He listens to himself. Don't we all? Isn't that how we all ended up here?
I feel better. Okay. I do.
So,
Better now because your heart's back in your chest, or better now that you took it out in the first place?
I'm kind of scared that it's back in a little bit, to be honest.
Okay, well, I guess we'll watch that.
should I not have put it back in?
I
How would he still be alive if we didn't put it
That's
back in?
that's kind of the point.
I'm gonna go change my clothes.
Oh
Yeah.
God, I need a
I'm-
shower.
Harvey, I'm sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I-
I'm glad you're okay. Okay, I need to get it off. I'll be fast. And Harvey gets up and leaves the room.
Is there blood everywhere Curtis?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think that would work though. Manipulate the illusion doesn't work in here, does it? Because we're not in the illusion, are we?
And the in-between.
That's a pretty good question. Let's take a look here. Well, technically, you are in the illusion right now in your immediate surroundings. You have the ability to pick and choose how you want to see it.
Sasha has this.
It's defaulted to illusion because that's a more tolerable appearance on most things.
Harvey's leaving so quickly, and Sasha's nervous about that and uncomfortable, and there's blood everywhere, and Sasha just wants the blood to go away. And I'd like to use manipulate the illusion.
Yeah, you can do that.
If you'll let me do that.
Sure.
Like some prestidigitation.
Yeah, basically like prestidigitation. Yes. That is exactly what I want to do.
That's a pretty good roll.
Okay.
Is better than a 9.
But
It
a
is.
9.
That is true.
Definitely better than a 9.
Way better than a 9.
We will take it.
Yeah.
So all of the blood that is on everyone around you, Harvey, including you, before you can even get to the shower, it just disappears.
Gross.
That was a cool party trick.
Sasha sits up in bed and is like, I have some questions.
Yeah.
Can
Me
we
too. I was gonna wash that. What did you do that?
I think so.
That's cool. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. That's all of my questions.
Sasha?
What time is it? How long was I asleep?
You were asleep for a few hours. It's like the middle of the night right now.
Like 3 a.m.
Oh shit.
Late.
Okay. Well, fuck. I'm sorry if I woke everybody up. Sorry.
Not your fault.
I never went to sleep.
Kinda, maybe a little bit.
Not like I sleep well anyways, so it's really not your fault. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you saying yes, or do you actually hear what I'm saying to you?
I hear what you're saying, Jojo. I hear you. And I am listening.
Is this a group therapy session or?
Lord knows we could probably fucking need it after all this
Good
shit.
God.
So if it's so late, maybe just back to bed.
Are you okay with
Yeah.
going back to bed?
I feel great.
I don't want to wake up every few hours because you ripped your heart out of your chest.
If I have the choice to do it again, I won't do it. How about that?
Okay. That makes
I'll
me
just
feel better.
I'll just say no thank you and just
Pass it by.
yep, pass it by. There you go.
Okay.
Ernst, you okay? Thank you. I owe you a thank you. Thank you for that. Right? Yeah. Yes. That's weird to say to you. I need to go talk to Harvey.
That seems like it would be wise.
You have pack smokes on you? Anybody?
Yeah. In my jacket.
Thank you. She goes and grabs cigarette pack, lighter, like jingles them in the air. Love you, and leaves.
Love you too.
What brand do you smoke?
Camel full flavors, baby.
What brand do you smoke, Joel?
Yeah, whatever. She doesn't smoke very often.
When you buy them, though, what do you buy?
She doesn't buy them. She just bums them off to Sasha when she smokes cigarettes.
So, Camel flavor.
Crush.
Mooch. There was
Sorry.
no Camel Crush in 1990.
I was going to do something cool, but you don't want to see something cool? Then fuck you.
Sorry, she's not a smoker. She just borrows a hit when she needs it.
Good God.
All right. Well,
What
when you
about-
pull the pack out, it's their cool menthols.
Ooh.
Take that.
You smoke menthols now, do you, Sash?
No.
Well, then you should really talk to whoever you bought these from, because it says menthol right on the pack. So
They look like cool. They look like camels to you, Sasha.
Get some sleep, Jojo. You're fucking seeing things.
it was probably not wrong, but she heads to. Is there a window in this apartment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, she heads over towards that, pops it open, kind of sits on the window ledge, lights one up, and sits there and starts smoking.
Yeah, there's a big window in the main living area that goes to a fire escape.
Ooh, I want to step out onto the fire escape and start smoking a cigarette then. That sounds fun.
Okay.
There's nothing scary about fire escapes.
I love fire escapes.
Right, not the ones that Jerry told us, go all the way to the sky and have flying demon dinosaurs or anything like that. Fucking Rodan flying around above the goddamn buildings. No, nothing like
Perfectly
that.
normal fire escape.
Yeah, there's no winged gorilla, fucking lightning breathing scaled monsters up there. Nope.
Nope. Perfectly normal.
Perfectly normal. There's no roof people.
Yeah, maybe I'll go hang out with the roof people tonight.
Got that.
Why? Do you need a midnight snack? Let's go.
Maybe. Actually.
Let's go find us a roof person.
As Sasha comes through the main living area and sees her step out, hey, be careful. And goes and trails Harvey on the way to the bathroom.
She lovingly flips you off behind her.
2 meta questions.
Yep.
1, as an angel, do I need sleep? I'm not a human anymore, yeah? Like I just need to eat people's souls and I'm good?
Well, yeah, you need life force to survive.
Keep hearing that Beck song. Soul sucking jerk.
So I'm going to say no, not particularly. I suppose you have between your divine strength and all of that other stuff.
It's canon.
I can't see that it would be that impactful.
Cool. Can go for days. Great. Second question. The
Yep.
way you described this place that we're in, it's like just a hub of like stuff. Like,
When you say this place, you're talking about the facility as a whole?
yes, the facility as a whole.
Yes.
So would they have crafting supplies in this building?
Get some midnight crafting in.
Yeah, they have access to pretty much,
They have a bedazzler.
lots of different things
Do they have a cricket machine?
that a person might need.
Fantastic.
1990.
All right. She walks by Joel and she's like, I'll be back later. I
Where are you
guess.
going? Where are you going?
Let's find some stuff.
What kind of stuff?
Fabric. Sewing needles.
You making a superhero costume?
No, but that'd be so cool. No, I think Sasha needs some gloves.
Gloves for his hands?
Yes. No, gloves for his fucking face. What?
Okay.
What?
That's not what I meant, asshat. What I meant was,
glove.
you think gloves are gonna stop him from gouging himself?
They'll at least be softer than stabbies.
Do you
don't
care if I
know.
come with you?
No.
Cool. She like throws a cigarette down the fire escape and hops back inside.
Wasteful. You've been smoking for like 15 seconds.
Fine, it's not my pack.
Right.
She still has it. She takes it with her when she leaves with Blythe.
Cool.
Yeah, Harvey's in the bathroom. He's got new clothes on. He's just washing his hands, just kind of watching the water go on his fingertips, and he's just being stressed out.
I believe Sasha was headed towards you.
Hey,
Yeah.
I wasn't trying to be dismissive or deflective. I'd never expected that to be real, and I'm sorry that you saw that. I didn't think I was really doing it to myself. I would never. Well, that's not true. Anymore, I wouldn't really do that to myself, if that makes sense. I know that. I know that I haven't always been stable, and I know that I've lost it a few times, and it's almost always been you that make sure that I am not. So that part of me is gone now. Just I'm telling you this with the utmost sincerity. That part of me is gone. I don't feel that weight anymore. I don't carry it. And I would
Yeah.
never, ever do that to you or myself. I would never do that to myself, but especially not to you. Okay? So I'm sorry.
He turns off the sink and like turns and just stares at Sasha while he says all this, and kind of reaches up and traces a thumb over the old fingernail marks on the side of Sasha's cheek. Hello, kitty cat.
Thanks.
Oh, I get it. I get it.
Get off of it.
But I feel like that's not quite true, and it's not something that's your fault. And so I don't know. I just feel weird because I want to believe you, but I thought for a second that we were safe here.
I don't, and maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think that was a trick. I mean, I know that we haven't always known, and I know that we've been through, you know what I mean? We thought that Malkuth was the one that was taking the key when we were in the typist's room, and I mean, I know that we've been tricked, but I don't think that was a trick.
You said maybe we should have just left your heart out. And that was you saying that, Sasha, not someone else. Right? And that I hate when things are out of my control. You know me, I'm kind of OCD. I'm a little bit of a control freak. I like my apartment clean. I like my suits color-coded. I have a fucking entire cabinet dedicated to seasonings in alphabetical order. I'm a okay, I notice things sometimes. I'm not completely daft.
I know you're not
You
daft.
say that you're okay, but that's not the words of someone who's okay. And I know I can't help you. Like I can try, but if you're going to
Okay, listen.
go to sleep and try to kill yourself in your sleep, how am I supposed to help you with that? I can't control it. It's out of my control, and it sucks.
I wasn't trying to kill myself. I was trying to save myself, because I think, and I'm pretty sure about this. I think my heart might be my weakness.
Well, no shit. It's mine too. Sorry, that was
No.
sorry,
No, I
what do you mean?
I don't So you're fucking booster gold now, right? You're Superman.
I don't think I can.
Do you see my
Fly.
eyes? Do you see my hands? Do you see my teeth? I've changed too.
And
I think I was trying to tell myself that I need to take the heart out.
And what? Bury it? Put it in a jar?
Something like that.
I would say that makes no sense, but fuck, not a lot of stuff has. Is it hurting you?
No, I'm not in pain. That's part of what I was doing, was getting rid of the pain.
So it hurt you then, but it doesn't now.
Yeah, it's I mean, I watched you cut kidneys out of a fucking child that wasn't really a child. And they weren't really kidneys.
I don't know. I blacked out.
I didn't.
Hold on. He takes a few steps back and sits on the toilet seat and kind of puts his head in his hands. So, it was beating when it was. I had it in my hands, and it was. Do we need to take it out again? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't. No, no, I don't think so. If I do, I'll.
Yeah, fuck. I make Ernie do it. I can't do that. If you have to.
Right. Yes. No, I won't expose you to that if it does have to happen. I don't think it has to happen. I think it was okay.
A month ago, we were talking
Harvey.
about Looney Tunes, man.
This is all fake.
Yeah.
None of this is real. Remember? It's hard to really consider that. It's hard to set that concrete in your mind because we've been in New York City for our whole lives, and New York City is what's real, right? But New York City is not what's real. Manhattan is not what's real. Even right now, us standing in this bathroom, this isn't what's real. I don't really know what's real, but this is not. So me pulling my heart out, I think it's symbolic. I think it's not real. But
Looked real. Felt real. Then again, what's real? What is real?
what I feel for you is real. That's what's real. Okay?
Snap.
That's what's real.
All right. Yeah.
I'm guessing we're going to see some way more fucked up shit than you holding my beating heart. If it's gotten this fucking crazy in this short amount of time, I'm guessing it's going to get real fucking crazy.
I'll take fucking anything else. Damn. Sorry, you said your heart's my weakness. Well, oh God, I sound like a fucking soap opera, but you're my weakness, and so it stresses me out, and I'll get over myself. I'll have some coffee, I'll take a nap, it'll be fine, and then we'll
No, don't drink coffee.
we'll
You
move on.
won't fall asleep for like 3 hours if you have coffee.
Okay,
Come
I'll
on.
take a nap and then drink coffee.
Yes,
Thanks.
let's go to bed. Let's go to bed. Okay?
Do I need to tie you up or something?
Maybe.
Well,
If Tom can hear screams from
take that.
downstairs, we probably don't want to do that.
Yeah. I don't really want Tom calling us.
Yeah, I don't want the phone ringing in the middle. Thank you. That's always so uncomfortable.
I will say
Go
that
ahead.
the screams that were issued forth when they see Sasha there with his heart laying in the bed next to him were probably much, much different than positive screams of pleasure.
Positive screams.
There are how many other people that live in this apartment with you?
Nah, he's too stressed to get busy. It's sleepy time.
Yeah, it's
Oh.
time for bed.
Yeah, and this is a perfect time to take a quick break so that I can go use the little boy's room. And we can also, before I get to do that, I'll run our little teasers and stuff for what we've got coming up. But we're going to take a short break, and we will be right back.
Listen, while I am happy to hear that we are all one, zipping through this existence, always intersecting with each other, holding hands and waiting for another age of Aquarius, don't forget to look down and see the shit on your shoes. I'm the guy that gets between the cracks and makes sure you don't leave stinking of it. Henry D. Green, at your service.
Bad and detrimental to their health.
Now,
I mean, I'm on the safety team at work, so like that would be really bad if any of us fell off of ladders.
See, safety is important.
You
Or
start your
got
shift
swooped
every day
down by
with
Rodan
safety
on
dance.
fire escapes.
oh my gosh. You guys.
Go dancing if your friends are dancing. No friends of mine.
See, we could absolutely do a musical episode.
Yes, we
I
could.
would just silently mime in the background.
I'm Gary Sasso. I only drink old fashioned.
Let's see. I have some background music labeled Nightmare somewhere. Where's that at? I need that to play right now. All right. So when we left, everybody had kind of meandered off to do something, except we didn't really check in with Dr. K. You said something about Joel wasting her cigarette before she took off with Blythe.
Oh, that was me as Chris, not me as Dr. K.
Either way, my response was either me or Joel. So both of those were plausible.
So what is Dr. Kennedy doing now in the aftermath of this situation?
He had actually trailed slightly behind Sasha on the way to find Harvey initially, just kind of to follow up, but they had started to converse, so he eavesdropped for a little bit and then left.
All right, I'm down with that. Where do you go when you leave?
He went back to his room and started mapping out some ritual symbols on a corkboard.
Do you plan on sleeping tonight, or are you going to work for a while and catch a couple hours? Or
He's good usually with a solid 4, so we'll probably work for an hour or so before going to sleep.
very nice. So I'll let you work on your rituals. And Joel and Blythe, you guys went downstairs looking for cloth.
Yes.
Sewing supplies.
How do you go about doing that?
I don't know. I
We're just
assume.
2 teenage girls looking on the rampage.
You know,
Going out.
you've got an inn in the office.
Oh God.
God.
We can go talk to Tom.
Tom is lead of the Office of Craft Supply.
He's like making like a
Blythe,
paper mache.
I knew
head,
that you would
when
want
we
this,
walk in.
so I prepared it for you ahead of time.
Oh God.
I
Terrifying.
love that.
I guess we go talk to Tom.
Oh, fuck me.
I mean, where else am I gonna find out where they keep the craft supplies?
Well, there was like an information desk downstairs in the main area where the library.
Oh, okay. Let's go
Was.
there.
Would there be a person sitting there at 3 a.m.?
Yeah,
I'm sure.
this
This is like a 24-hour thing.
yeah.
Where's my super hot angel boyfriend? Where'd he go? What was his name?
I'm sorry.
What was his name?
Was it Jacob? No,
That was David.
Gabriel?
David?
David. It was
Was it David?
Yeah, because he's an angel. It's funny.
Because he's an angel. So his name has to be David.
Obviously.
Yes. David the angel.
Okay. So
he's not down there, but there is a young woman who is sitting at the desk, sort of leaned back in the chair with her feet up on the desk area behind the counter.
all right. Blythe will like walk up, be like, hi. I have a quick question.
She sits up rather quick with wide eyes and is a big smile looking at you as if you were glorious.
Okay. Do you know where I could perhaps find like some fabric and some sewing needles and thread? Anywhere in this place?
She says, "Oh, yes, for sure. Right this way," and hops up from around the counter and leads you back into the library, back along the wall to a door. And she says, right in here.
Oh. Okay. Thank you.
When you open the door and go in, do you remember the craft room that you dreamed of your entire life? The dream craft room that you have always wanted?
Still have that dream.
It
And that's
is,
a Krista thing.
yeah, it is literally that room. The walls are colored the way you want them. The selection of supplies is exactly what you would stock it with personally and organized in your fashion.
That makes me so happy. My little heart. This is gonna be so good. Joel, how good are you at crafting? Can you sew?
No, I could probably take a gun apart pretty fast, but sewing was never in the curriculum taught at home. No.
Can you use a scissor?
Probably.
Okay. And she'll like start getting to work and like she'll like find some stupid like knitted yellow monstrosity of fabric with like it has like it's like glitter on the inside of the fabric, you know? And so she'll start like planning out a pattern and then she'll give Joel some scissors in the fabric. Cut this. Just on the line. Just cut it. Okay.
Okay.
But
I
be
will
careful.
do my best.
Just be careful.
Cool.
And then so while Joel is doing that, Blythe like zooms over to the other side and grabs like some really sturdy like I don't know what you call it, like Teflon, really tight material and a buckle and some charms. And she's going to fashion something while you are cutting the fabric.
You really think that this is gonna keep the claws from coming out?
I mean, I think it's worth a shot. I don't know. He reminds me of me, kind of. And I want to help him as much as I can.
How does he remind you of you?
He said he carries a lot of pain. And I see that. And the way that he ripped his heart out is really scary to me, because if he does that, what are the chances that I do that? So if I can help him not do that again, maybe in term he'll help me if it ever comes to that.
Blythe, I think any of us would help you. You know that, right?
Well, I don't know about all of us.
Ernie is a hit or miss, but
Yeah.
I think that Harvey, Sasha, or I would be more than happy to help you with whatever you're going through, having issues with.
Well, thank you.
When you start to reach the end of crafting your thing, there is a rattling of the door handle to the room that you're in, as if somebody's attempting to open it. When you look at the door, Blythe, you recognize the door. It's not the door to the building that you're in. It looks like it's a door in your apartment. And the sound is a familiar sound of that door before it opens. And I need you to roll for your repressed memory.
What do I roll? Just 0? Oh.
Yep.
No.
Oh.
No.
That is not better than a 9.
This is
That's
not
really
better than
bad.
9. Yikes. Here I am, just trying to craft.
Yeah, luckily I let you get your crafting done. This was right at the very end, and the door swings open almost with a bang, and this creature walks through, very similar to how you remember your husband, the doctor, looking the last few times you met him, when he was more looking like a Cenobite from Hellraiser. Only it's not the same. It's not the same one. This one's different. His skin is different, and the leather features are a little bit different than what you remember, and he's not as big. But his face is scarred, and he has piercings and cuts, and a leather top that he wears with devices and tools that hang from it, blades and pokers and horrible things that you have seen before, torturous tools.
Can I see any of this?
Make a roll plus soul to see through the illusion. You do.
Sweet.
Okay. The moment Blythe sees that, she goes pale, like paler than normal. And she's just looking at it wide-eyed, and she's like shocked for a moment, and then instantly, like, she just like wings out, God mode activate. And she like pushes herself up against Joel to protect her. LOL.
That's new.
Roll reversal.
Joel like is trying to peek around, is like pulling her gun out of the back of her jeans. What the fuck? What the fuck?
This isn't supposed to be here, right? Like that. I thought this was. I thought we were safe.
The creature's expression is as surprised as yours, and the illusion of the crafting room melts and fades away, and it is a barren stone room similar to what you remember the last time you visited your apartment, when it kept phasing between what you remembered as a finished place and this temple situation.
Okay.
Does it say anything to us? Or is it just staring at us like we're staring at it?
Are we all just
in
staring
just
at
a
each
moment he looks between the both of you, and then it comes back to Blythe, and he kind of cocks his head at Blythe, and he goes, you are alive.
Yes.
And he starts to look around the room as if he wasn't expecting this particular place either.
And you are here because?
He turns his head back towards you, and then with a smile, you can see his teeth sharpened to points, and his hand starts to reach for a tool at his waist, and his answer is silent and steps towards the both of you.
Well,
I would like to shoot him.
I would like to use divine.
Oh.
Go ahead and make your attack roll, your violence roll. Engaging combat.
Me or Joel?
For Joel, sorry.
Okay.
I'm like, wait, we're both trying to do lots of things.
And
17.
Pretty good. Better than a 9.
So you're going to imbue yourself with divine strength. Is that what you wanted to do, Blythe?
Yes.
Okay, you don't even have to roll for that.
Wait, no, not my divine strength. Can I just use divine? Like,
you want to give him a nice stern talking to?
I want to say, get out of here.
You want to waggle the finger at him?
Oh, please. I have waited like 8 episodes for this to happen again. Please.
I missed the finger.
That's perfect for a final episode. Yeah, go ahead and that's a roll plus soul.
Good God, it's gonna be bad.
No!
Okay.
Everybody is smashing them today. Outstanding. So Joel, you get the draw with your weapon and nail him center mast. How many times do you shoot him?
Twice.
And he takes both bullets, and it kind of, the impact moves him a little bit, but he doesn't really seem to respond, and he's very fixated on Blythe at this particular moment. And then as Blythe, you begin to do your thing, you have a bit more glow about you than you previously remember. And what do you do?
She marches right up to him, wings and all.
Yeah.
And she gets in his face and she's like, all right, mister, you just tell me, 1, what are you doing here? 2, how do you know me? And 3, I need you to get to packing as soon as you tell me all these things.
He just is smiling with complete infatuation and says, "Oh, I'm taking over the temple that you abandoned." I wasn't expecting to walk into this room. I thought I was going into another room, and somehow here we are.
You're taking over the my home?
Well, my previous master seems to have disappeared. Do you know anything about that? By chance?
Perhaps.
He just continues to grin, and a little bit of this sort of bloody saliva kind of trickles out the corner of his mouth and starts to drip from his chin. He's like, so then I filled the power void.
The what?
I can't believe you're still alive.
You're about to not be alive.
And you
If
see
don't start
just a bit
making
of fear in his eyes.
Is that our call, Blythe? Are we killing this bitch?
Yeah, like hell he's gonna take over my home. If anyone's gonna take over the temple, it's gonna be me.
I got your back. Whatever you decide to do.
Okay. Can I now use my badass strength?
What are you going to do with it?
I don't know, punch him.
I don't know. I don't know. Maybe sock him in the face a little.
I don't know. It
Yeah.
says, what is this?
Well, it gives you a-
Disintegration eyes.
it
You have
gives-
that power.
That'd be cool.
Almost.
I'd like
It
to,
manifests
like,
physically in my wings. I just flap him to death.
Well, that's when you do your divine strength, it's going to force your wings to come out and in display. You can't hide them and do divine strength because it that's like it's when you Hulk out.
I see. That's my Hulk out. That's cool.
So yeah, you can do that, and that gives you a +2 to your harm, and then if you want to punch this guy with your +2, that'll give you a total of 3 harm, and if you go ahead and roll plus violence to engage in combat.
Okay. Do I need to put a modifier on?
No.
So, oh, yikes. Well, maybe
No, it's gonna do the harm no matter what. Now,
Okay.
yeah, what you're rolling for is to see if there's any sort of other weird shit that happens along with
Well,
it.
Oh no, Chris.
I have a -2 in engage in combat.
All right, that's why I'm here. I got your back. Doggo
Help.
is here for you.
Help.
So, yeah, that's not that great. 7.
It's not better than a 9.
So it's I mean, it's not gonna you don't really know what it's gonna do. In this particular instance, you get the punch and you punch him, and you can tell that you do some damage because you can feel the impact and you can feel his bones crunch beneath your fist. But he sort of, without losing that smile, gets thrown back against the door and just sort of disappears through it.
Fuck.
And is gone.
She'll immediately run to the door and open it, and
When you fling the door open, it's the Flak Chatters building. And when you turn around, it's some modicum of a crafting room. There's some cloth and some scrap tables and stuff, but it is not the same room that you remember seeing moments ago.
Is there any signs of our small fight or anything?
What do you mean, signs of your small fight?
Is there anything disturbed? Is there a bullet hole in the wall? Anything like that would...
No, he took all the bullets. The only evidence of the room the view being in there is the scraps and stuff from your crafting project on the table.
Right. That that was weird, right? That wasn't that.
Is there something in the water here? There's weird shit going on, dude. And I know that we deal with weird shit all the time, but that was really weird shit.
I didn't think that they could get in here.
Was it even really in here? Because look, the room is the room.
But it's not the room. It's not what it was.
My brain hurts.
Oh. What the fuck? We need to go back to the room, I think.
Wait a second. Wait.
What?
Sasha said he was in Central Park in his dream.
Okay.
I saw Central Park in my dream. And then I saw Broadway with Harvey's name on it, saying that he was going to get the key in this dumb show he was in.
Okay.
And now this bitch shows up and says that the temple is being ran by him because somebody disappeared.
We know who that is. Yeah.
Too many things linking together for this to just be a coincidence.
I think it's telling us that we have to go back to New York. Like, not this New York, but the other one.
You mean the real New York?
Yeah.
Our New York?
Yes.
Our New York.
Is that what that means? I don't know.
Pirate New York.
I'm sorry. I like that.
I don't. Is there a notebook in here or some paper, and grab some string? I gotta make a something to get this on paper because my brain is tangled.
Yeah, let's do it. And she like goes to a drawer or something and finds like notebook paper and pens and stuff. And then she also, like, out of her pocket, she pulls a dog collar with a little heart charm with a J in it. I made this for you.
A collar.
She's a dog.
Thank you. I think.
Well, yeah, like, you know, when you turn into a pooch, we don't want to lose you.
I don't think I would. Thank you, Blythe. That's very nice of you. Don't think you would lose me because I'm still fully aware of everything that's going on. I mean, I'm not gonna like go chase squirrels or some shit.
Don't know that. Weirder shit has happened.
That is a fair point.
I was about to say, to be fair, you chased a squirrel just as you, like in your second episode.
I needed that squirrel.
Okay.
He was very useful.
You're proving my point.
All right. Okay, fair point. Maybe I will
Put it on.
wear the collar. I have to put it on right now. Can it wait until I'm like a dog?
No, it's pretty.
Okay, fine. And she like holds out her hand and she's very unhappy about it.
Blythe is beaming, and she like swats your hand, and she like goes around you and like clips it herself. Who's a good girl?
Okay, too far. Let's go. I have had enough of this. And she starts like shooing you out the door.
Okay. And she like takes all of like the Sharpies and pins and stuff, and she shoves the god awful gloves in her pocket.
And we march back upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, when you get back up to the apartment, it appears as though pretty much everybody has retired to their rooms. A little bit of light coming out from underneath Dr. Kennedy's door, perhaps.
Think the doc's awake?
Well, let's go find out. And she marches over and starts like pounding on the door.
Jeez.
Ernst!
Ernst!
Yes, ladies, come on. Come on.
Ernst!
Just the door is open.
Are you clothed?
Of course. What?
I don't know how you sleep. And
Well,
she
I'm
walks
not.
in.
I'm not in bed. I'm not trying to sleep. I'm trying to work. What do you need?
Joel kicks open the door. Like she unlatches it, like nudges it open.
Some weird things happened.
So a
What
lot of
else is new?
weird things have happened.
Yeah, new weird things, in fact. Not just the whole Sasha thing.
And everything else, we have new things.
Lovely.
What?
Well, the leather monster, the leather man, he came back.
That's what you're choosing to call it.
What do you call it? I don't know.
Spooky.
Okay, see.
Giant
Spooky.
scary monster came through the crafting room door.
Yes. And he said he was taking over the temple. And he was very surprised to see that I was still alive.
So, the
I punched him.
Your, good on you. The temple, like your home, the temple.
Yes.
It's still alive.
Is it a
Yeah.
living organism? I don't.
Oh,
mean,
that's
it's
true. They just kind of
Place.
reform themselves whenever we kill them, don't they? Fine. There's a crafting room.
There is. I made Joel a collar.
Don't
That-
talk about it.
Very well.
It's not to prove ownership, it's just so we don't lose her.
But you remain cognizant and fully aware as yourself while you were a dog. So,
Mhm.
It's cute though, right?
Take her, get her microchipped.
Sure. Sure. It's lovely. Yes.
Anyways,
So,
So the man came in, everything turned into the temple, and
we shot him and punched him in the face,
and
and then he
then
disappeared.
was gone. And he said he was going to take over the temple because his master died. And I said, like hell, if anyone's taking over the temple, it's gonna be me.
I suppose there are worse reactions to have. Is the door back to the temple still in the crafting room?
How would we get out if it was still there?
What?
There's only one door. It's like a closet. It's more of a crafting closet.
That's sort of besides the point. Okay. That is very strange. Yes.
I think we need to go back to our Manhattan.
Actually, we have a couple theories as to why that should happen.
Please do tell.
I will tell you this just because, Dr. Kennedy, you do have the genius ability. And one of the things that you have been theorizing on lately, and it was the Waffle House that kind of confirmed it, is that as you guys start to realize more and more of these individual unique powers, your ability to almost conjure some things that you really, really want occasionally just seem to appear from out of nowhere. And so the only logical conclusion would be that is somehow a manifestation of this divinity that you guys are perhaps attaining to.
Good to know.
You know that. So
Yeah.
just throwing that out there.
So Joel like looks at Blythe. Paper and Sharpie, please.
Here you go.
She takes it and she starts scribbling down Central Park and Harvey and Broadway on a separate, like, she tears off Central Park and then writes Broadway with Harvey and Key, rips that off, and then she writes our Manhattan on it and rips it off and like lays it out in front of her. Okay, so I saw Central Park in my dream, right? Sasha saw Central Park in his dream.
Right.
I saw Harvey's name on Broadway saying that he had to go play Jerry, I guess, in a Broadway something or other to get the key. And then she scribbles Temple and Blythe on another piece and rips that off and sets it down in front of her. And now Scary Leatherman, is that what we're referring to him as, Blythe?
That's really a very different thing.
Shows up and says,
What was it? The Butcher? Should we call him the Butcher?
Butchers looked a little different, didn't they?
I don't know.
He was
What's his thing?
he was a version of the true form of your doctor. However, this one is different. It's not your doctor, but it is a similar creature.
Like a okay. Ugh. I don't know.
Anyways.
Dr. Junior.
Dr. Junior, that's what we're going to refer to him as. He shows up and now is talking about a temple. What does all of this mean and why is it all happening right now together within a handful of hours? Like, we're still in the same hour.
Time moves differently for us while we were in this place, first of all. So any number of these things could be happening at any time along a very strangely wound Mobius strip of time that moves elsewhere while we are not in it.
Joel gets up and she like is motioning to the string that Blythe has, and she like starts stealing push pins and stuff on your corkboard and starts like hanging them up in a line.
Stop. No.
No, shush.
Quit.
I'm going somewhere with this.
Fine, it's fine.
I'm going somewhere with this.
I was
Just give me a second. And she hangs up Manhattan and she starts laying the other ones underneath them, and she takes the string and starts tying them all together.
But it's
Do you see though what I am saying?
Yes,
This
but
is bigger than your corkboard.
okay, no.
I'll put
but
it
the
on my
rich...
corkboard in a minute. But the point is, do you see this?
Yes.
And
The ritual that I was designing would have taken us back to my Manhattan.
So you're saying we're all on the same page here?
Yep.
And I stormed in here thinking I was brilliant for nothing?
Yep.
You're an asshole.
You just set me back 3 hours in my ritual.
I did not. It pops
It's
out.
fine.
It'll be
It's
fine.
a push pin.
I think I'm going to go to bed now. Thank you for your insights, ladies.
Are you mad at us?
No, it's fine. I need to get some sleep. So do you. It's 4:30 in the morning.
Joel takes all of her stuff down and she like marches out of the room. Come on, Blythe.
Okay. You think I can fly and pick you up at the same time?
No. No, my feet will stay on the ground. Thank you.
Okay.
And she marches into her room and she starts putting them up on her own corkboard. Okay, so obviously we're on the same page.
Yeah. So does this mean we have to do the thing that they did with the person and the door to get back to...
You mean killing an innocent person to go back?
Or can we just open a door Sasha style and be back?
I don't know. But Ernie said he was working on a way for us to get back. So hopefully that doesn't involve sacrificing people.
I mean, I guess technically it wouldn't be a total sacrifice. I mean, I would take a little snack.
Gonna gloss over that for a minute.
Okay.
Do you think we should get Sasha and Harvey up to explain what we've discovered without Ernie's help?
I think they are sleepy, and I think we need to wait till the morning.
Fair enough. Fine. I am going to smoke some more of Sasha's cigarettes because he didn't ask for them back, and quite frankly, I still have them. So I'm gonna go smoke. You coming with?
Yeah, can we do it on the roof?
Can we walk to the roof?
No.
I'm not keen on the flying thing.
It'll be like 3 seconds. I'm so fast.
You've already put a dog collar on me today.
Yeah, we're really bonding. You're like the sister I never had.
There are maps on the wall similar to what you have at hotels on each floor, and the roof is just 2 floors up.
You know, I could just climb up the fire escapes. You know, I'm a pretty avid climber. God, you know.
There are stairs to the roof.
Just walk up those. You are very keen on this idea, aren't you?
It's so cool.
Fine.
Yeah,
No squealing. Do not squeal.
it's completely accessible.
Blythe doesn't want to use the stairs.
Yes, we know that.
Rather try and break my neck.
But there is a window and a fire escape, and I have wings.
God.
Get out there. Go.
Very good. While you guys are on the roof, Dr. Kennedy, did you decide to go ahead and go to bed?
No. He just rearranged the stuff back to where it was before she started moving stuff.
Let's all
And
go
now
to the
it's-
rooftop and watch the sunrise on this gray plane.
Yeah, we're coming full circle with the family.
Fake sun.
So you finish up your ritual then? Is that what you're going for?
At least get it back to where it was before she messed it all up.
Gotcha.
Rude.
Yeah, it was rude. Thank you for admitting that it was
make
rude.
a point.
When you do eventually go to sleep, at whatever point you decide to do that, you also dream. And you dream of your laboratory and the comfort that it brings. All of your stuff is there. It looks good. You also have a dream of a crazy cab driver.
He's my bestie.
God. Canon.
And you can hear him in the background as you are able to peruse your laboratory while you sleep. And that's all. That's the dream that you have. Nothing terrible happens, but you do.
We're not gonna get the voice.
Oh,
You son of a bitch!
he
You
does.
son of a bitch!
Every time though, especially with the voice, I think that take it away, Ernie, take it away, like
Yeah.
the crazy driver from Harry Potter.
I forgot what voice it was.
It was
Goodness.
radical. That's what it was.
It was
Awesome.
very radical.
Tubular, bro.
It was the super radio guy voice.
Yeah.
Hey, Ernie!
No, I know what it sounded like, but I was using a different profile that isn't what you think it would be to get that effect. So, when you two go to the roof, it is Manhattan. The stars are bright. The birds are flying. You can hear cars and people, as many as you would at 3:00 in the morning. It's probably nice. It's probably the most comforting you've felt at any moment over the last several days.
Joel like doesn't say much. She just leans back and lights a cigarette.
Do you guys do anything, or you just enjoy the night for a little bit and then go to bed?
I'll probably fuck around and jump off the building and fly back up and jump off again.
Yeah, Joel probably will just sit there and watch and kind of laugh to herself, but she'll just kind of sit there and smoke a cigarette every now and again. They're
You
just
can
gonna
do that.
relax.
You can do that, and at some point, just an hour or two after sunrise, it is the smell of pancakes and waffles that wakes everybody up.
Different.
Hmm?
Yes,
do you
there is a
differentiate
massive difference,
the smell of-
Jaylee.
Okay, sorry.
If you like waffles, you smell waffles. If you like pancakes, you smell pancakes.
Okay.
We all know the superior breakfast.
You're right. We all know the superior breakfast.
We all know.
No.
We do all know.
Yes,
You-
Chris, we do know.
Wrong, Chris. You don't get to butt in on this one. You tried to cheat and lie to come get pancakes at my house. You dirty, dirty, dirty fibber.
Chris
Okay, but
is
those pancakes
Team
did look
pancake?
phenomenal.
Oh my God.
You started this, Curtis.
I've been throwing in a few little Easter eggs here and there.
Yep, I'm little spooned.
Oh yeah. Breakfast time. Like the smell of breakfast food just instantly wakes Harvey up no matter what he is doing. If he smells breakfast food, there's some kind of senses that trip in his mind. And he gets up and kind of sniffs around and sits up and shakes Sasha a little bit. You smell that?
Is that pancakes?
Is that waffle? Pancakes? No, that's waffles.
My boy.
Yeah, turn to the dark side, Harvey.
Harvey likes waffles. Jaylee likes pancakes. I can be different from my character.
Well, it's definitely bacon. Oh, I could really use coffee. Jesus Christ. I don't even know the last time that coffee and that coffee was terrible.
Yeah.
I hope they have good coffee. Okay. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna go brush my teeth. I'll be right there.
All right. Harvey actually like stands up and goes with. He's kind of sticking close to him for a little bit now, and they'll brush their teeth at the same time. And head down for breakfast food.
What about everybody else?
Yeah, Blythe will wander down.
Yeah, we probably would have came back in eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Just hanging out.
You young people staying up late.
We got our few hours. We're good.
What time is it?
I feel great.
It is now a couple hours past sunup, so we'll say 8 to 9.
Okay. Well then, Ernie will perk up at the smell of coffee, especially, but also bacon. The pastries can.
He's old. He doesn't care about sweets.
Did you just call waffles a pastry?
Whatever it is, a bread product.
Breakfast bread.
My God.
There is a complete spread downstairs. The table has been made up with a white tablecloth and platters, and there is like a room service cart that has been parked over near the front door, and there's a little bifolded card that is sitting on the table, and it reads, "Welcome to the building."
Huh. You can just get into our apartment like this?
If they give us room service every day, I'm okay with it.
Perhaps we'll get turn down service as well.
Did you smoke all my fucking cigarettes?
Not all of them. And she like
You left
tosses
a
you the pack and it's got like less than half left.
You know
Sasha
what
gets
happens
coffee.
when you don't ask for your cigarettes back, honestly.
It's true. To be fair, you did not ask for them back.
Fucking mooch.
He knows better.
It's like I'm a goddamn cigarette fairy.
Mhm.
This-
Harvey will get food, but he'll stand there with his plate and he'll watch Ernie and see if Ernie will eat first.
I don't blame you.
Ernie
Sasha
has
doesn't wait. Sasha hasn't eaten in who knows how long. That food at the Waffle House. This it was gross.
You hear a soft gasp, but he doesn't stop you. He'll watch Ernie.
Just meat, all the meat. Whatever the meat is, just goes on the plate. Black
You didn't
coffee.
get enough of that last night.
Oh.
Oh no.
No. As a matter of fact, he didn't.
Wasn't in the mood.
The shower.
Oh
Was
yeah,
a good
God.
one.
there was the shower hour. But after that, they had it.
It
was
was
just
just
cuddles.
It was a time.
Eat your sausage.
Okay.
Oh,
That's
no.
what he has
Phrasing.
you for.
Okay, but
Anyway.
does Ernie eat?
I loaded up a Ron Swanson amount of eggs and bacon and just pulled like a carafe of coffee with me back to the dining room table.
I will watch Ernie eat for a good 5 minutes. And then slowly pick at my pancakes.
Trying to make sure
I
no
mean
one's drunk.
waffles.
Uh-huh.
You notice I did not take any of the bread products.
Okay.
Wait, no. Put that sentence back in your mouth. Put that face somewhere else.
That's a good point. But no, while everybody's eating, if anyone ate bread products, he would wait a good 5 minutes and then also eat said bread product.
Joel is sitting and eating pancakes and bacon with a big old cup of coffee, and she like nudges Blythe's chair.
Yes.
You
Blythe
gonna tell
is just sipping tea.
Are you gonna tell him about the thing, or are you gonna give your gift?
What?
The gift.
What's the what?
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, hold on. It's upstairs. 1 second. And she like literally flies down the hall
That's
to
so
go grab
badass.
With like a mouthful of bacon,
Yeah.
Harvey peers over at Joel. Is that a collar? Are you wearing a collar right now?
Nope, it's
You got a choker on?
it is a figment of your imagination.
That sure looks like a dog collar.
That is not a figment.
I'm gonna reach across the table and grab the little medallion and see if it has anything written on it.
It has a J.
Is there like an if lost call?
That'd be funny.
Not just a little engraved J.
Joel is like slapping your hand.
Do we need to get vaccination tags for you now, or?
That's cute. I like them.
He like zooms
Yeah,
back.
do you need
Isn't it
shots?
pretty?
I hate you all.
Do you need to get fixed? You have puppies.
We became very close last night. I now have a sister and a dog.
Thank you for that one. Okay, are you gonna?
I love that face when you make that face right there that you're making right now. That's my favorite face. And I'm so happy that someone else besides me and Harvey can make you make that face.
Hey Joel, if I do this, does it hurt yours?
No,
You hear that like super high? Come here.
Your ears perking up.
I will shoot all of you in the foot.
Oh, that's funny.
Dog jokes.
So what do you got?
Sasha,
Yes,
I
Blythe.
made something for you too.
Hey, I
You did?
helped.
Yes,
helped.
and Joel helped. She cut the things for me.
Not
Yeah.
bad, I would say, for a first arts and crafts project.
And she pulls out these big old mitten gloves. They're yellow and sparkly and just ridiculous.
And Joel is giving you a face of like, don't say anything mean to her about the gloves.
He is. Those are precious.
They're for your spiky fingers, so you don't hurt yourself anymore.
Oh. Oh, honey, that's very sweet.
And morbid.
That's so very sweet.
How'd you know yellow was his color? You should get everything for him in that color.
Oh, that's not necessarily the case. But I love these. These are, and there's glitter on the inside. That's
Yes, it is part of the fabric.
very sparkly. Thank you. Thank you, honey. Really though, really, that's I'm touched.
You're welcome. I just don't want you to rip your heart out anymore. And I hope that, I don't know, if I try to rip my heart out or something, you would do something for me.
I will do everything I can.
Cool.
It's almost unspoken, but amidst all of the joy of this wonderful breakfast that you have in front of you and the optimism of the information at your fingertips, this conversation sort of stirs up this feeling of you really don't know what's next. You have this looming question mark, this cloud that hangs over the room, as you all try to smile through this breakfast.
What's the name of the woman that we met when we came in?
Cat.
Cat.
Kind of runs this place. Cat. Right, Cat. Okay. I got some questions. Anybody want to go with me after breakfast?
Oh, we should
We need to talk about.
we had another thing that happened last night aside from the arts and crafts project. Should probably tell you that first, and then yeah, I'll totally come with you.
Yeah,
Why didn't you lead with that?
because your gloves are so pretty.
Yes, they're. Thank you for the mittens. It's very sweet.
You're welcome. Wear them
Now.
when you sleep. So last night we went to the craft room, and
Wait, there's a craft room?
apparently it's more like a craft closet, to be exact.
It's massive.
Having an entire
That's-
craft room would
okay.
be ridiculous.
But
That's
Sasha,
too many crafts.
That's what I said
A lot of
too,
crafts.
by the way.
There was no peephole on the door, in case you were wondering.
People aside,
I see Curtis over there. That was cute.
So what about the craft room?
Yeah, sorry.
So
Go ahead. What's the
a monster? He looked like the doctor, but different. Like not like the doctor how I knew him, but like the scary evil monster doctor. But he was different. He was smaller, and he walked in and he looked perplexed. He said he was taking over the temple. My house.
And then we shot him in the
And?
head and punched him in the face, and he disappeared.
Yeah. So I guess
He's in the craft room?
Nope, not anymore.
Well,
He
it
runs
wasn't.
away.
I mean, we didn't talk to him in the craft room. We kind of talked to him like in
Definitely.
in the like temple, kind of, but not the
Yeah.
temple. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes sense. Weird enough.
Yeah.
you guys went to the temple?
No, more
Not
like
like
the
we
temple
didn't
went
mean
us.
to.
Did you
It
say the
just-
temple came to you?
Yep, that's what I said.
Joel, was it like when you and I saw
Dude.
was it like a dream?
Kind of, sort of, not really. I mean, sort of, but for
It
sure
was
wasn't sleeping.
Okay.
But
It
like
was
one minute
an
it was the craft room,
illusion.
and the next minute it was the temple.
And
And
tell me again, what did it say to you?
he said, I'm so tangled in things. He said that he was taking over the temple because his master died. And by that, I assume he means the doctor.
Right.
So
And he was surprised that she was alive.
yeah, apparently
seemed
me being
almost-
alive is
Upset by it.
shocking. Also, the receptionist was a little weird. I don't know if you got that vibe too, Joel, but like, I don't know.
I figured that's just how everybody around you acts. I mean, there was a delivery boy who almost had his tongue down your throat, so.
You're right. He tried. He definitely tried.
Also, Ernie was kind enough to point out something that I thought I figured out all on my own, which is everything that's happening is linking back to going to our Manhattan. Which I have a really cool evidence board that I made. If anyone wants to look at that, Ernie didn't. He was very mad about it.
I'll look at your evidence board.
It's not that I didn't like your attempt at an evidence board. It's just that you were literally undoing the work that I was doing, so that I could get us back to our version of Manhattan.
He had a
So-
bunch of push pins.
So wait.
Well, that's what I wanted to ask Kat about. Like, how do we get back there?
I thought we were
I-
staying here. I thought we were staying here and helping the Flat Chatters. You guys want to go back?
No.
There was
Yes, maybe.
there was one thing that I wanted to. There was one thing that I wanted to see back there. Check on.
What?
Look into. I was just going to ask Kat, because this place, I don't know anything about this place. I don't know. I had some questions for Kat, okay, and one of them was if there is a way to get back there.
She said we could
Not
go
to
back
stay.
anytime.
So
I'm sure if we just think it, like the Waffle House.
Do you remember when all those people were beating that homeless man to death?
We're not beating a homeless man to
That's
death.
how. That's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah, but
how
she
the
said
Flat
that we
Chatters
had
would
the
get
power
us.
to do it
Yes,
ourselves.
I
So I don't
No, I
think
didn't-
specifically
I
have.
didn't see that.
That's what I've been working on.
Beating a homeless man to death? You've
No,
been working
the
on what?
ritual. For the love of, did none of you listen to me?
There's
Whatever.
a.
I was there with you. Don't get your panties in a wad.
Perhaps.
Okay, I'm confused. You beat a homeless man to death for your ritual to get
No,
us back.
Sash, no.
Okay.
They beat a homeless man to death to get travelers to someplace else. Which
Harvey and Blythe beat a homeless man to death?
No, what the
Oh
fuck?
my
I didn't beat a homeless
Sasha.
man to.
I love
I
you,
ate
but sometimes
a
you're so
roof person.
stupid. No, listen to the words I'm saying, Sasha.
Wait, okay, we covered this. Roof people and homeless people are two completely different things, and no one's listening. Okay, they beat a homeless, the Flack Chatters, the people, the weird cult place that we're in, beat a homeless man to death to open a gate to get to Manhattan. But Kat told us that we are enlightened or something, and that we can go back whenever we want. But we were talking about Ernie doing this ritual thing to help the Flack Shatters so that they no longer have to beat homeless or roof people to death to open doors. The ritual has nothing to do with us because we are, again, enlightened. We can go back whenever we want. How we do that, I don't fucking know. But y'all are overcomplicating this a little bit.
Just as a point of order, they were actually opening a doorway to go to Metropolis, not back to Manhattan.
Right.
They are in Manhattan.
Oh my god.
There's so many doors and so many rituals.
So many things.
I need to see the evidence board.
Well, if it's just a doorway, I can do that. Right?
Oh, I don't know. Can you?
Well,
Speaking of doors, somebody's knocking at the front door to the apartment.
Oh my god.
we're having a family meeting. What do they want?
Is there
I'm riled up. I'll get it.
Curtis?
Is there a
Tell me a little
peephole?
bit more about this.
You can look through the peephole.
Fantastic.
Look at
What's
the people.
What's on the other side of the people?
Harvey, look through the people.
It's a delivery boy.
Oh god, the same one.
He's
Oh,
holding an envelope.
No.
I'll open the door like a crack and like peer down at him.
Harvey
What?
Winston,
Yeah.
telegram for you.
All right. Thanks. He'll take it and like hold on, and like clumsily reach in his pocket and pull out like a wad of small bills and hands it to him.
Thank you very much. Have a great day.
Yep. Yep. Thank you. I'll close the door and open it up.
It is a invitation to a audition for a play. Happens in 3 days. The telegram is from the Hollywood Broadway agency, and it has a Retech logo down in the bottom right-hand corner of the telegram.
What's the name of the play?
The name of the play is Detective Sasso and the Case of Malkuth's Missing Key.
He'll just stare at it silently for like a long moment.
We got, babe.
This has got to be a joke.
And the telegram is basically, hey, we got you a gig. The audition is in 3 days. Good luck. Good luck. And then it's like Stein Stanley.
It's God, of all things right now, it's got to be a joke. And he comes up to the table and holds up the paper. Audition for Detective Jerry Sasso. Joel, didn't you mention something about this?
Audition? You don't audition for shit. What are you talking about?
Oh, that is the name that was on. In my dream, that was the name that was on the billboard outside.
Yeah, well, of course it was. Of course it was.
But Jerry,
which is also written on my evidence board that I made. So.
Well, it's in Manhattan.
Ernst?
Yes.
Any input? Nothing? Anything?
Yeah, a random Broadway play of our old friend Jerry Sasso requesting me specifically, also mentioning Malkuth.
I mean, I feel like you're a bit young to play Detective Sasso, but to each their own, I suppose.
I feel like you're a bit old to look so young.
Yikes.
Bernie.
We're missing the biggest part, which is previously seen in a nightmare.
I mean, I don't think it's that strange.
Think we need to go to the place.
We don't have a clear goal here. First it was stay here, and now it's do a play and clear Blythe's house of evil doctor clones.
Either way, there is something pushing us all towards going back.
Is it just another trap?
Isn't everything?
Aren't they all?
And Blythe, you and Joel both have been outside on both the fire escape and the roof. And both times you've been outside, you've been in the city.
Yeah, we were sitting and watching the traffic go by.
Well, fuck. Okay, then let's just go outside.
We'll just jump off that roof.
Well,
no, I did
she
that once.
can.
And well,
So,
You saw Manhattan?
yeah.
And you didn't say anything?
Well, sorry, I was kind of milking the last, peaceful moment of life before we get ourselves into another shit show. But yeah, we were sitting on the roof watching the lights and the cars, and
Yeah, it just seems so normal. I kind of forgot that it wasn't normal.
Sasha gets up and moves at the speed, you know what I mean, that you saw him move in the room, getting to the doctor and past. I mean, he's he's up and he's gone, and you don't see him in the room anymore. And he's headed up the stairs.
What you doing?
I can't hear you. I'm out the window, and I'm on the fire escape, and I'm on the roof.
Oh.
Okay, well, I
Didn't even
guess
see where he went.
I'm assuming out the window that's currently open. And Joel is already like got one foot thrown over and she's like climbing up slowly.
Yeah, you could hear a bit of the movement on the metal of the fire escape as well.
What do I see? Where in the city are we?
You are right in the middle of southern Manhattan, on the roof of like a 7-story building. Big buildings around you. It's a beautiful day. The sun is shining. There's
Probably a little chilly.
Yeah, it's cool, windy.
Is the sun up?
Yep. The sounds of the city that you love all around you.
I hit the rooftop and I am looking around. And I'm just wearing, you know what I mean? Like I'm just wearing a like a wife beater and pants. And my skin almost immediately starts to turn red. And it hurts. It hurts real bad. And I start to smoke a little bit in places.
Oh,
and I'm looking
He is a
and
vampire.
I'm looking at my hands. And my hands catch fire.
God.
And using that
Joel?
using that same quickness, I make my way back down the stairs and into the apartment, and immediately get a blanket, and I'm trying to put the fire out on my hands, and I'm trying to stamp the fire out. And I'm looking around, and I rush into the bedroom, and I throw on a shirt, and I throw on my jacket, and I put on my mittens, and I come back downstairs.
Harvey's like almost to the rooftop. Like he was taking his time walking when Sasha just blasts past him on fire.
Like Joel and Harvey did the like, what just happened?
Yeah. Until using the same kind of speed, like run back to him like, whoa. What? Were you on fire just now?
Yeah.
Do you need water? Do you need like a bucket of water? Do you need a bath?
I don't I don't know. I don't know.
What is happening?
Where's Ernie?
Ernie!
Ernie!
After I'm still like straight up
bacon.
still sitting at the dining room table. Yeah,
You just hear screaming.
like I watched 3 people leap out the window and start climbing the fire escape, and I'm just
on his 5th cup.
oh yeah,
Just
easily.
to see us come bolting back in.
You appear to have a bit of a skin condition now.
He was on fire, Ernie. How is that a skin condition?
Well, I can't imagine he was set on fire in the 14 seconds he was outside.
No, I was just on the roof and I was just trying to figure out where in the city we were, and I just
Well, come here.
I just caught on fire.
Well, that's
Are you okay?
I mean, it hurts.
Well, no shit, you were on fire.
Some aloe, perhaps? Like for a
Some
sunburn?
magic, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, there's really no reason for topical medication.
Okay.
Sorry, weren't you a doctor?
I liked your
that was
suggestion, Blythe.
Thank you.
It was very smart.
This one was a doctor, not one. Okay.
Whatever.
I mean-
He's a magical wizard now, and he
Okay,
just wants
so-
to flex.
Okay,
That's fine.
so
Can you just fix him, please?
Sasha catches fire in the sun. That's
Add it to our list of other things that go horribly wrong in our
yeah, but
lives.
do we have things like that too? And now
Uh,
you're gonna have to wear those mittens all the time.
Well,
Have
isn't
to wear
that just a
those mittens
shame?
I'll
all
have to
the
get him. I'll have to get him like a really big hat, and I may have something.
Hey, Harvey, it's gonna be okay. We will figure this out just like we have figured out everything else. Sasha,
Treat him like a vampire.
do you hear me?
Clothes.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to treat vampires.
Uh, you read the books. Come
I
on.
use a lot of garlic.
Dude,
Okay,
I'm
well,
sure
not
that
that-
garlic is
okay,
it's
okay.
fine.
Okay.
Okay.
But
This is not the weirdest thing that's happened to us, right?
Yeah, just a bit like combustion. Yeah.
I turn into a giant dog. How is
spontaneous
that?
Combustion.
I'm
I mean,
okay.
come on.
Not a dog that's on
Harvey.
fire.
And Blythe has wings that come out of her back.
Harvey,
Like,
it hurts,
fine.
but I'm okay.
Okay.
Harvey,
Yeah.
it hurts,
I
but
have
I'm
a special
okay.
necklace, but you know.
All right. Well, at least we know now.
I mean,
Well-
nobody's even mentioned the fact that I can essentially summon gargoyles to do battle for me. But,
I
you know.
mean,
Wait, I'm sorry. What?
kind of
Mhm.
expected that
What?
you'd be able to
Not
do
a
some
week.
sick
Whoa,
shit
whoa,
like that.
whoa,
You
whoa,
probably
whoa,
got
whoa,
like a
Ernie,
Yeah,
what
that's the
the
least
fuck?
surprising thing that
bond
you
with
have
them or
that
something.
you have done in the time that I
I'd be
have known you.
surprised
Like
if you pulled a
literally,
demon out of
I've
your
been
ass.
waiting for that to happen for I don't
Exactly.
know how long.
Sasha, we've talked about this actually, Ernie.
I am so done. We are the
That-
most.
I
weirdest
suppose
set
that's
of
fair.
people.
Yeah, that tracks.
Okay, so now we know two of our weaknesses. Ernie, do you have any weird shit that happens to you that leaves you, unable to do anything?
Messing up his perfect little cork board makes him
Work
pretty.
hard with his fucking
twisted.
little push pins.
He is very particular.
It is very frustrating.
His flapless panties got in a knot.
Okay. I'm not even gonna ask why you know about Ernie's panty flaps. We're gonna be in
Let's do
Manhattan. We gotta
everyone's
figure out a way.
Oh, Sasha, come here.
Fix him.
Please, for the love of God, fix him. Can
Yeah,
you
he's
permanently fix
he's-
him so this doesn't
Mm.
happen? Is that part of
Oh, I
your
highly doubt that.
voodoo magic?
But he is looking a little crispy at the moment, so
He's not
and-
a burnt tater tot. He is a human being. Please.
More of a French fry, really.
Again, I don't
more of a
think that
vampire
term
at this
applies.
point, it seems. Yeah.
I like my fries crispy, but you should definitely heal that.
I am still very new to this relationship.
Sasha's always been a
Don't
fan
worry
of the
about it.
nightlife, anyways. And I
Good
don't.
point, random voice.
God, thank you.
Good point, voice from above.
Oh,
Thanks for your
maker of
insight.
Mine.
Who said that?
Jesus.
Malkuth,
Thanks, Malkuth.
God.
you really reminded us of the bright side there.
So yeah, magical hand glowy healy shit.
Roll.
And how-
Empowers.
and how
engage.
much-
Wow.
How much does that help me?
Did you roll?
How much harm do you abate with that?
There it is. That's roll plus reason. It's not terrible. Better than a 9.
It is.
So for that one, I can choose one option, but also one complication.
Yikes.
Cosmetic scars or defects, lingering side effects. You're not knocked out, so that one doesn't even apply.
He continues to light on fire.
He's just forever covered in
Yeah, I mean, let's just say that you have some burn left over that can't be removed still.
ew. So like scarring?
A little bit of
Or
Yeah, a
like-
little scar tissue.
Blech.
I can do stabilize one wound, stabilize 2 wounds, or
Harvey, big
wound
scars.
stabilizes and heals faster than normal.
Chicks too. So watch
Okay.
out for them chicks.
Which would be most effective for you at the moment?
Well, I took 2 harm, so
Okay, well, we'll do effective then and stabilize 2 wounds instead of 1, and there's some scar tissue left over.
Ta-da!
Wow,
Does
we're
it
lucky to
feel
have
bad?
me.
All of you, as enlightened characters, do have some new limitations. Harvey, you realize that you are still inextricably connected to Malkuth. At least that's what they tell you, and that's who you think you're communicating with. But you can call upon them at different times. The disadvantage for you is, of course, they will call upon you from time to time as well. And with Dr. Kennedy's enlightened limitation was more about his field of expertise. He's limited by what he has to learn, so he has to keep learning. It's a different disadvantage. And poor Sasha is hampered by the sunlight. However, he's not completely vamp in the fact that you don't have to have blood to survive, do you? But
No.
you are allergic to the sunlight.
that's a severe fucking allergy, let me tell
Oh
you.
my God.
For sure.
Lights on fire.
Blythe is probably the most vampiric in the fact that she actually has to suck somebody's life force. Maybe not all of it, but she's got to get pieces of different to and lots of interesting ways to get that as well. She can touch people and she can have sex with them to death and all sorts of
Oh.
terrible fun
He
stuff.
has 18 now.
I fuck to death.
Yeah, and then of course Joel is that just because of her rage that flows within her, her shape-shifting is sometimes uncontrolled, and if you piss her off, she may slip into dog farm, whether she wants to or not. So that's
Yeah,
sort
but we
of-
can grab her by the collar, it'll be fine.
Yeah, she's gonna call me.
I'll make a leash for you next.
No.
That's sort of her limitation, but we've reached the end of our time and we've come to a good stopping point because you've each got little clues about some things that you know are still hanging out there. As I've mentioned before, I don't know if I mentioned it live yet, but there are still the enlightened episodes to come over the next couple of weeks, and they will be each little individual one-off story where we answer some of these questions for these particular characters so that they can go find out a little bit more about their particular situation. But your enlightenment is that you are by default back in Manhattan. You have the resource of the Flak Chatters and the building and that home in that particular location. And it is a place that is easy for you to just go through a door and venture yourself into different parts of the illusion. With Dr. Kennedy now having his rituals, he has a more specified focus and can get you to some of the further reaches without the need to cause deathly trauma to poor, unsuspecting homeless people any longer. So there are still some questions out there for these particular characters, but I was very thrilled with where you guys took it tonight, and you didn't go too far off the rails. I loved it.
Only a couple of people's.
Yeah, it
Just
could have been so
couple.
much worse. No, that's all right. I loved it. I had things in place in case you had went too far, anyways. But let's let's go around the table and get a little bit of a reaction. Say whatever you want to say, and we'll go the opposite way, and we'll start with Harvey Winston.
Oh, such a good game. Oh man, I love it so much. I love all of this and talking to everybody and all the role playing, and everyone's just so much fun, and it all works really well. Excited for the epilogues. Yeah, excited for this play. Jerry Sasso. That's random. Do I get the feeling that this is like my limitation, like I'm being called to do this?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. But yeah, I love this game so much. You'll see all of us in Long Strange Trip coming up after the episodes. I'm excited for that too. Got to work on my Irish accent, and who knows, maybe Heartland will make its way back. But other than that, I'm not doing too much in my life. But you can find me
In my
on
life.
Twitter at Joy_Matey.
Outstanding. I'm hoping to find a way to get you in Urban Shadows at least from time to time. I'm thinking about making our Urban Shadows more of an open world game that's a bit more flexible to people coming and going, like can pool from a bigger cast. I don't know.
That'd
Just
be cool.
kind of this thing so that it doesn't have to be, it could be different stories of different things that's going on in the city at any given time. It's more of that kind of a story building anyways, but so
I just want to be Edie all the time.
yeah, I want
No,
all of
I
those
hate that
characters
guy.
to come back for sure. And we loved having Harvey
White
Winston,
bread
and yes,
and American cheese.
I
your
missed so much. I have not watched this.
your one-off story is literally your way of making amends for having lost the key, so to speak. I mean, you were misled into giving up the key. I thought you would have fought a little harder for that, but
Well, I mean, it's
Lies.
an Emmy award winning formula now. You throw a full musical episode in amongst your the rest of your season, and yeah.
And
It's
so
a
this
thing.
one,
So
this
exciting.
one is an actual play like
Is
that.
Sasha gonna be a tree?
And everybody who is available will have parts, so it'll be fantastic. And then let's go down to Joel.
I have so many things to say and no words to say them in. I don't think that these characters will ever leave me. I think I will carry them with me everywhere I go now, because I will see things randomly in life and I'm like, oh, that's such a Harvey thing. Oh, that's such, Ernie would love that. And it makes my heart happy every time I think about it. So I'm not ready to let these go yet. I'm glad we have epilogue episodes because I'm like, I don't want to stop. I
Yeah.
love them too much. You can find me on the Twitters and the Instagrams and most social media platforms at EricaNmore97. I'm also the community manager person here at TTRP Theater. So if you haven't followed us on the Twitters and the Facebooks and the YouTubes and all the other social medias, go ahead and do that.
Then
Because
do that.
you'll know what's going on if you do. And then join our Discord because Izzy's not here to be Izzy's not here to be our what did he say he was?
He is our
the
vice
marketing-
president of Discord marketing.
Marketing. So I'll fill in for him. Come join our Discord. You can find all of our shenanigans there.
For sure. I would have mentioned it. And yeah, all the epilogues will be pretty cool, and you'll have your own little individual story too. And I foresee cameos perhaps from all of you, maybe not your characters, but definitely from you guys as we keep working on our little Dr. Kennedy in Inferno shorts. which I am excited about. I know he's got his stuff going on, and he's got some stuff that he's going to write, but that's definitely going to happen sometime over the next few months. I hope we can get that started.
Dennis,
So,
Dennis, I want to play Dennis.
so that'll be fun. And speaking of Dr. Kennedy, that's who we come to next is Dr. Ernest Kennedy.
Hello. My name is Chris Stone Cipher. You can find me on Twitter at Chris Stone Cipher. You can find Mew Jackman, who made a couple of appearances at The Greatest Meowman on Instagram. This is his new sister.
How cute.
There she is, little chubby monkey.
Yeah. May or may not be pregnant. That could be a problem.
Could be an issue.
You say a problem.
I say kittens for everybody.
Right.
We say opportunity.
Yes.
I love this game. I'm really excited for the epilogue episodes, obviously. I have been doing my darndest to promote everything we do here on TTRP Theater via the Twitterverse. So follow us on all the socials. Like Erica was saying, it's really important for us as far as keeping everything growing, getting more people involved, get more games on the air. So follow us on there. Get involved in the social medias, and check out the Patreon as well.
For sure. We have good things coming. It's going to be awesome. And that will bring us then to Blythe. Now, I have to say that this is, from what I understand, was Krista's first foray into role-playing games in general. And then not only does she not do them at a tabletop with people, we make her do it over the internet from long distance and another time zone.
And stream it live.
But when we were putting this all together and I was talking to Duke about who we were going to try to get in this, he says, you got to try to get Krista in this one. So, and I am so happy that we did. So that's my segue to Blythe, our angel.
Wow. This has been so much fun for me. I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I've always wanted to get into role-play games like D&D and such, and this game has just fit me so well. How open it is and how much you can interact, and I really, really love it. And I've fallen in love with all of our characters, and it's going to be really sad to see them go, but I'm already working so hard on a long, strange trip, and I'm excited.
I remember talking with you about the channel. We were in a wave pool.
Yeah.
And I was like, Curtis and Duke started this new channel thing, and we're about to start this new game called KULT, and I'm really nervous about it. And, time flies.
So much fun. I know. We love having you. You've got a cat, too, that you got to promote, right?
I do. He's being real cute. Here.
We heard.
You want to say hi?
That was him chiming up earlier, I believe, wasn't it?
Yes. Always. He's
like,
literally the loudest cat I've ever met in my entire life. That is Binks. You can find him on the Instagram at Binks the Black Cat. You can also find me on Instagram at Carista the Barista.
Outstanding.
What ridiculousness I've been up to lately.
And apparently also on Twitter. Your stuff is still it's still there.
We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
Yeah,
You can find me.
In my Follow Friday post, I specifically said today, and Krista, who's definitely not on the Twitter, and you absolutely shouldn't look up her old Twitter from high school.
Good God, it's so cringy. Please don't go down that rabbit hole.
We can make you a Blythe TTRP.
Okay.
Your own new Twitter handle. Yeah.
That would be amazing if there was just a Blythe Twitter.
Yeah.
That'd be
She
so
just
good.
talks shit on all of us.
Yeah.
Oh my God. He's just an idiot.
Could definitely do that. That would be hilarious. And then that brings us finally to my partner in crime, who helped me get this whole thing up and going, Mr. Sasha.
I love creating new monsters, and Jaylee is one of my monsters, and Erica is one of my monsters, and Krista is one of my monsters, and I am so happy and proud to be part of this thing. It's been so much fun. You guys have all made this just really, really special for me, and we all know we say this every week. All we do is wait for 6:45 for call on Friday nights so that we can get ready to play Cult together. I am Duke. I'm at Invisible Duke on Instagram and Twitter. I'm the creative director here at TTRP Theater. I am forever grateful that Curtis gave me that call way back in March, I think, and said, "Hey, I'm doing this thing, and I'm told that you like to play role-playing games." And we've been on this journey ever since. I love all of you, not just the ones that are in the game with me, but everybody that's watching. I'm grateful for every interaction. I'm grateful for this whole thing. It's been so very special and so very important to me. And yeah, so that's all my feely stuff. Make sure to check out all of our things. We will be dark most of next week, except for Cult on Friday, I think. But once the new year rolls around, we're going to be back to a full schedule. You'll see Prowlers and Paragons again. You'll see D&DDT. You'll see Land of Dark Dreams, which I'm so excited to have back. We'll get back to Scald's Tale, which if you haven't seen the first 2 episodes of Scald's Tale, there are some killer players in that game. I mean, I've been so just I wait every week to see those players get back to it. And Killiad is he's such a great storyteller. So yeah, check us out. Check out our YouTube channel. Please go back. There, I guarantee you, there is something on our channel. If you dig on this kind of thing, if you like role-playing games, if you like live streams, if you like the podcast, the actual plays, there is something on our channel for you. I promise you. So please give us all the clicks and the follows and the hearts and all of it. Just check out something, and we're grateful for all of that. So happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Happy New Year, all of those things. And I love all of you, and I'm just so thankful and grateful for all of you being here. So.
We love you too, Duke. My God, calm down. Won't you be all right?
You get me on a roll, man.
I love it. No, I love it. I love you guys too. Thanks again to Helmgast for this fantastic game. I say it every week, but go check out KULTDivinityLost.com if you're interested. They have some resources there, and you can buy the game as well. Thanks also to Roll20 for being our virtual tabletop. It goes without saying. They've got the character sheets for the 3rd edition of the original Cult game, as well as the 4th edition Divinity Lost, the one that we play. Go to our YouTube page and subscribe. I can't say that enough. It's free, and it helps more Cult fans and roleplay fans like you find Cult fans and roleplay fans like us. And it is helping us get to that monetization goal. We have streamed I got half the hours viewed, over half the hours viewed that we needed. And I think with tonight on Twitch, we will have hit 6,000 views as well on our Twitch channel tonight, because we were at 5,960, I believe, when we started tonight. So we should be up there close to that. But yeah, towards our goal on YouTube monetization, we need subscriptions. That's our big push now. So it doesn't cost anything to click that little red button. I know it's a scary word, subscribe, because if you do it on Twitch, it means money, but if you do it on YouTube, it don't. But that's why I want you to subscribe on YouTube, and why we charge you to subscribe on Twitch. So go do it on YouTube, because it's better for us, and it helps us find more people, and then they'll just feed off of each other and grow. Like and follow us, like the guys mentioned, on Facebook and Twitter, and please join us on our Discord server. All of the links to all of those are down below. If you would like to help us keep doing this, the best way is through word of mouth, and always be watching. If you want to help get in on the build, visit our Patreon. You can help keep these stories and the new, even more exciting Tales of the Dice that we're working on, and keep those coming for as little as $1 a month. Next for us will be a short series of one-off stories. I've already mentioned them, that highlight each of these characters and something that they go through on their way to their complete awakening, to their divinity. We have 6 Fridays and 5 stories, one focused on each character, so we'll see how that all plays out. I believe starting next Friday, as long as everybody's available, but these stories are flexible enough that even if I lose 1 or 2, we still will roll with whoever's here. So I won't know what story we're running until I find out who all is going to be on it. So hopefully it's everybody, and it'll be fun, and we won't know what's going on. But that starts next Friday. And I only have 6 because 7 Fridays from now will be the premiere of our next KULT Divinity Lost series called The Long Strange Trip 72. And it is going to be quite a ride, and in a completely different format than what I've done the others, which is my segue into this, my next little thing before I get us out of here. I know everybody's itching to go. And if you got to go, take off, because you can watch it on YouTube. Since it is officially our finale for Manhattan, I wanted to mention this particular group of players, and even the word player has more meaning to us. And when I say us, I'm talking about specifically this group of people that you see on your screen tonight. We have developed a family of people from all different walks of life in relationship to this role-playing genre. Then you can interact with all of them on our other shows and on our Discord. But this particular group of people, and I want to include, and I mentioned them at the top of the show, Austin and Olivia, because these are my gorillas, and they know what I mean when I say that. Playing means a multiple of things for us, as well as the game and just being performers and on stage, and this improv thing that they have been doing for you. We have all shared stages, many of us at the same time, and that's why I wanted this particular group together. And thank you for being the backbone of this experiment that I am messing around with. Our goal has always been story first at Tabletop Roleplay, stories that are appealing, and almost even more importantly, interesting characters that change and develop as that story unfolds. This group, you guys, as well as all of our other players and the other fantastic games that we have, all do an excellent job of executing that mission. You can watch just about any of our streams, and it's not just a boring slinging of spreadsheets and rules. There's characterization and role-playing and voices and fun stuff that go on. We've made a lot of mistakes along the way, especially here on Manhattan, and in some of the mini streams. You want to watch 2 episodes of Princes of the Apocalypse, where Curtis attempts to tackle modern D&D 5e. You can hunt that down on our YouTube page. It's somewhere down at the bottom. We've done a lot of fun stuff, and Manhattan has changed. If you go watch episode 1, it is nothing like what you just saw tonight in episode 20. And I pulled out some crazy shit along the way because I was stretching my wings and testing things and just seeing what I could get away with. And I dialed it in a little bit more with Heartland, and I even still kind of got a little crazy with that one. But with all of the mistakes and things that I have learned, I think everybody will be very particularly happy with what I have planned for Long Strange Trip. It's going to be, I think, a longer in episodes, like 20 to 30 episodes. And you have to remember that the actual trip is only a 4.5-hour car ride. So that's going to be quite interesting.
That's fucking scary as shit.
I was like, I think I just I gotta go.
Like this like took place over what, like almost 2 weeks?
Yeah.
So with all of the mistakes, we've learned so much, and through the support of our community that has built up around us, our Patreons, we have a few of those who are helping chip in and keep us afloat. And publishers now who aren't afraid to work with startups like us. And I mentioned specifically Homegast and Magpie Games. We have been in communication with those groups, and while we're not in full arm-to-arm productions with them. They are watching us and they are lending all the support that they can, and we thank you very much for that. And thanks to all of you we're here with me tonight, my players, all of you out there. And I hope the new stuff that we have in production right now for spring and summer 2020 shows you just how far we've actually come. To wrap up, I want to give a final shout out to each of you, the ones who watch, the ones who help pay the bills, the ones who help create, and the ones who help perform. All of you who support independent creative work. This is a new format of storytelling and performance, and your support, whether it's eyeballs and tweets or the money that we desperately need. Thank you. Thank you for watching, and from all of us here at the theater to all of you out there, we say good night, sweet dreams, and we love you.
Good night, sweet
Good
dreams.
night.
Sweet
Say it.
dreams.
Sweet
We
dreams, I love you.
love you.
Good night, everybody.
Oh,